I called the Tuesday, March 5th Area District Board meeting to session. Roll call. Everson? Here. Schatzing?
Here.
Page?
Here.
Sorensen? Not yet. Krieger? Vanderbrink?
Here.
Gotsky here. All right. Can I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Any? Yeah. Sure, I can do it on the agenda now. No discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any public comment? Close public comment. Secretary's report for February. Have a motion to approve the secretary's report.
I'll make a motion to approve secretary's report as presented for March 5th.
Any second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And treasurer's report. Anything that you know of that needs to be called out? Doug or Heather?
Not unless anybody has questions.
I appreciate the comments that were added on, some of the handwritten comments. That's helpful.
Motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion before we vote? All those in favor of approving the treasurer's report as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Chief's report.
First thing is the monthly calls for service. You should have gotten a list of everything on there. As you can see, we're very quiet. A lot of EMS lift assist or some sort of assist with EMS. On the back it shows a daytime shift at 19. Total calls for a month were 38. Rapid response calls was only 1. So we hate to say the quiet word, but we've been very quiet. So, any questions on, yes sir?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have waited to raise my hand. Most of the lift assists here in the city?
Yeah.
Any out in towns or anything?
No.
That's where
No,
most people
pretty
live.
much everything's in the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have healthy people in the town.
You don't have many people in the town.
Moving on to fire inspection report. As of right now, about 80 of them are done.
So what percentage is that about?
Quarter, roughly.
Yeah, about that.
Do you feel like you're on target where you should be?
Yeah, I know we had talked about not doing some of them second inspections. We had talked about that at the last meeting, but it didn't really go anywhere yet. So, in the future here, if we talk about not doing the second inspection, I think
We
it
have
might go a
to-
little faster.
Well, yeah, but we have to get an ordinance put in place. The townships have to put an ordinance in place that says that, because we have to adopt the SPS 330 and 314, I think it is, in order to do that. Otherwise, right now, we're gonna have to do everything twice, once in the spring, once in the fall.
Right.
So you're doing all of them in the spring then, is what you're gonna be doing, and then
All in the fall.
Yeah,
doing the.
Basically, we're starting over
yeah.
late this summer.
I got a question. I apologize if this was in a different meeting. The one person that we offered employment to, like a month ago, 2 months ago, and then there was like a couple others that we were waiting to hear back on background check.
Yeah, the backgrounds, we never got anything on.
Yeah, they didn't respond back to the references didn't get back to me,
Okay.
so.
And we did have one, I guess I'll call him a cadet, but we're gonna see if we can put him in as an apprentice
Apprentice, yeah, yeah. I'll
from the
see if
Ripon
he
High
wants to
School. And we're still working on getting him in the system here and
Yeah.
going.
Yep.
But, I mean, as a follow-up, what do you, so the background, the references didn't get back to you, is the plan clear that you'll follow up with them, right? Is
No.
that the plan?
Oh, I tried
Yeah.
numerous times. One had one's, hang on.
And we spoke about that at a previous meeting.
Okay, let me just
I must have missed
put you on
it.
speaker.
It must have been the one I was.
So you're saying that
Everybody
people that
wanted
want
to
to be
do- 'cause I just
firefighters,
sent you
because their
another invite.
references didn't get back to us, we can't hire them?
Correct.
And,
Okay.
and we, I guess probably we should have a
Okay.
plan for how many times we try, or we can, if we people,
Yeah, see,
we
that's
know
not
we could
saying
use
it
more
wasn't logged in.
firefighters
Well,
if
they're
they
not-
want to do it.
Sure, but if,
No one's responding, we can't go forward then, that's just the way it is.
Does the interested firefighters know
The link.
that that's the case, they can help contact the references? Or have they been informed that that's why they haven't heard back from us?
We can't
Yes.
force somebody to give us references back. All we can do is call and ask. And we've
Yes,
left
you don't have
numerous
anything
messages
asking that you're.
and nobody will call us
you in.
back. So when you're exhausted all your resources, you cut your ties.
Right, but
So-
you know, but what I was suggesting was, have we let the
Okay.
firefighter know that their
Yes.
references haven't
Yes.
responded? Because
Okay.
clearly they probably have a
Okay.
relationship with
I'll have
them,
one
that
with
that
you.
person can say, hey, make sure you
Okay.
answer.
Yep.
You may think it's spam, but it's not
Doug, can you call
spam.
Ellen and put her on speaker because the camera's not
Right.
working.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, we've
Yeah,
tried
it's
everything.
positive.
And I believe she sent emails to the two
Yes.
individuals
And they
and,
never responded back.
correct.
So, no, I tried numerous times to, get to call, I called the references, left them any messages. One reference called me back, didn't want to give her reference, asked that she not be able to give a reference, so.
Hi, Doug.
Okay, Ellen, we're in the middle of a meeting.
Okay, I got you on speaker.
Yep, you are here too, everyone can hear.
Okay, thank you.
sure. Well, obviously, like.
We've tried.
I wasn't bringing it up, but like,
Yeah.
I get people are not gonna solve it, but maybe, we'll throw it on a future agenda. I'll loop Alan in maybe after the meeting. I guess I don't know, like, if it's in the handbook, or if we actually have an SOP for, like, what that is, you know, how many times, like, how the references work. But we can bring that up again and look at it, and if we're touching the handbook, maybe
Yeah,
it's something we
I
wanna
don't know
talk
if it's in
about.
there or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in there, I
At
didn't see.
least we have, get it on paper and say, you know, call 3 times. If there's no response, let them know, and then move on.
Right.
But, and then just, so my question was, so the firefighters, they know why, they haven't been, that they're,
Yep.
okay.
Yep, nope, I emailed them and I explained that we couldn't move any further forward on it because the
The
references
references.
wouldn't get back to me.
Okay, thanks for the work on that.
Could they give another reference would help too if they had somebody else?
But I kind of was waiting for them to say, well, can I give you another reference when I emailed, and they never emailed me back, so.
Because we're really are pretty low here with 18, aren't we? We can have up to 38.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Right.
Like you said before, like, you guys are making it, like, it's not dire.
Well, you have
but
18
you always
plus
want more
12,
people.
so you have 12.
Well, we have the, yeah.
You have
12
18 plus 12, you just don't have 18, we have 18 that are paid, and then the daytime is 12 guys.
Yeah, but those are different than, aren't they different than the?
Well, how do you have Schmitty and how do you have Jade and then listed?
They're underneath the POCs, no,
Oh,
they're
they're in
underneath the
here,
POCs.
okay.
Because I know before we had the paid, or the part-time active people, they're paid to sit down here.
Yeah,
We could have 38 volunteers basically,
Right,
and now we're down to 18.
yep, yeah, we're holding our own. Yeah,
We get a couple more applications, I think.
yeah.
Good.
yeah. We've talked about, you actually talked to me about this, I think on Saturday, about going to the tech again and seeing if we can get some out of there as well.
And we're going to the high school on, in April to do their job fair, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan, did you have any questions for the chief's report before we move on?
No, I'm good.
Anybody have anything else? Right, so the one actionable item on the agenda is moving the assistant chief office position to a full-time exempt salaried position. It was included in the 2024 budget. This is just actually making that happen. So any conversation about that or any further clarification on what the vote would be?
What does that mean?
We'd be moving Heather's position, or the position you're filling, to a full-time exempt position.
What's the exempt position mean?
Terminology, right?
Yeah, but what's the terminology mean?
I can answer that. It's a legal aspect having to do with the wage and hour laws, where you don't pay overtime on an exempt position. Exempt meaning that it's either executive or administrative or professional. It's a set salary for certain duties. You don't really punch a clock in the same way. That's the primary difference. And I did work on the job description for you guys, that it fits that legal necessity to be an exempt position.
Okay.
I think we should be looking at that. It's not us, I guess, to look at the position to approve.
I can go set one off.
Okay. Ellen?
Yeah,
Captain Donovan's gonna go print off that position that we're going to move to exempt tonight. We didn't have, Jolene requested it, and I think that's a good idea, so she'll be back in a minute. So we're just gonna pause for a couple of seconds.
okay, and you'll notice that the position is a dual reporting position, both to the chief as well as the board.
Okay,
And the reason we're doing this is that she has been working overtime for several months, and she needs more flexibility in her schedule. Plus, she does all of the administrative work for the district, all of it. So she is not being compensated appropriately for what she is doing, and that's why it was put in the budget for this year.
okay, thank you, Ellen.
Sure.
So you work on that position description as well, Ellen, right?
Yes, I wrote all the position descriptions, and then Jim in particular reviewed this one to ensure that it met the qualifications as an exempt position.
Is there anything more you want to say while we're waiting, I guess, just in general about it?
Again, I refer to the fact that Heather has been doing a mountain of work for the district. She's been doing the job of about 1.5 people. And I feel that she should be adequately compensated for that. But because she is doing all of the administrative work, except for what I can help her with, she should be an exempt employee.
Oh, she's coming back into the room, Ellen.
Okay.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
Ellen, did I lose you? Sorry, I was just sitting here and I didn't realize it. Okay, she's passed everything out.
position requirements, CPA or accounting classes? It's not saying CPA and accounting classes, or is it? Ellen?
What?
Yeah,
C-
good point.
CPA or accounting classes, or is it saying CPA and accounting classes?
Or,
And the reason why, obviously, the position requirements do not have anything related to firefighting is because it said they may or may not perform those functions of firefighting, correct? So,
correct, forward, you know, in the future, we may not have somebody who has that skill set, so that's a separate thing.
I could see that being preferred but not required, but I'm okay to move forward even if it's not listed as preferred. But it seems like it's a good idea, but.
It is a good idea.
Any comments from any of you guys?
I think it looks good.
Anything?
I don't have anything.
I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Why don't you continue saying what you mean?
Oh, I'll make a motion to approve the moving assistant chief office job to a full-time exempt salary position.
Why don't you say beginning April 1st?
Beginning April 1st.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Do I need a roll call vote?
No.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed, same sign? So that's all that you have on the agenda, Ellen. I guess my only question is there anything that should be in new business as a question? Should be talked about next time?
No, we can do everything in April. I'll
Okay.
be back.
All right. I would entertain a motion to adjourn to closed session pursuant to state statute 19.851F, considering financial, medical, social, or personnel histories or disciplinary data of specific persons, preliminary consideration of specific personnel problems or the investigation of charges against specific persons, except where B applies, which, if discussed in public, would be likely to have substantial adverse effect upon the reputation of any person referred to in such histories or data, or involved in such problems or investigations.
I'll make a motion to go to closed session pursuant to state statute 19.85 subsection 1 subsection F.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, we are adjourned to closed session.